Refugee advocates have welcomed the release of children from detention, but it'll take months to move the children and their families into their new homes. Political reporter Susan McDonald.
For the thousands being held, it's a system in which space is a precious commodity. Protests have been frequent, arrivals regular. So any circuit breaker is welcome.
I think it's a positive decision. What we're seeing is the government opening up opportunities for families who are currently in quite secure detention facilities.
The move to shift children into community facilities will take 9 months. It'll fall to churches and charities to take some of them in.
If we moved 1,500 people out of detention straight away, that could be tricky, but I think if the government's got a window of some months, then that starts to be very possible.
Australian of the Year Patrick McGorry once described detention centres as factories for mental illness, but these changes, he says, are an improvement.
This announcement is an indication that Australia is starting to return more to rational and more humane ways of thinking about this problem.
Others see the change as only a first step.
We need to ensure that these reforms go further and that they apply to all people, not just children and families.
Some argue the government's plans already go too far. The West Australian town of Northam is where the largest of 2 new detention centres will be opened, and the government in Perth is worried about safety.
A breakout, a riot, those sorts of issues, they have happened before, and 1,500 single men in detention is a potentially dangerous situation.
With the West now carrying most of the burden, the Premier says it's just not fair. Susan McDonald, ABC News, Canberra.